Hey guys, welcome back to my 11th video for Money May Scouts. Today we're going to be breaking down a film on the Duke freshman, Cameron Boozer. Boozer is an 18-year-old freshman from Miami, Florida. He has had a strong freshman year so far, averaging these numbers this season. Let's dive into Boozer's strengths. Standing at 6'9", Boozer is an incredibly strong, multi-dimensional forward. He's a dominant scorer in the paint, knowing how to get to his spots at a high level, but he's also a great passer, can shoot the three, and rebounds well. The first strength of his that I would like to discuss is his ability to score out of the post and around the rim, as he shoots over 67% from that area. On this first play, Cam rolls well, takes a strong dribble, bumping his defender, shot fakes, pivots, throws another fake, and then uses a quick reverse pivot, going back through his defender for the and one. Here, Boozer backs his man down with 2 dribbles middle, then drop steps back to the right, finishing for the and one. This was an impressive score out of the post by Boozer. He turns baseline and uses a pair of shot fakes before slipping around his defender and finding an angle for the reverse layup. Boozer finishes around the rim in a variety of ways. Here, Gumba makes the high-low pass into Boozer, who protects the ball from a defender running by, then he's patient through the traffic, going up and finishing. On this one, Boozer rips middle, backs his man down, then spins right, displaying nice touch as he extends to find the angle for the finish. He has 2 guys on him in the paint, but uses an aggressive dribble to get to his right hand, slipping the shot through after the shot fake for the finish. The next strength of Boozer's that I would like to discuss is in ball screens, operating as a roller or popper. Boozer is effective in either option, averaging 1.38 points per possession as a roller and 1.27 as a popper. Here, Boozer initially rolls but moves back to the 3-point line, shot faking, jabbing, and then shooting it over his man when his hand drops. Here, Boozer gets the ball off the roll, takes a dribble, shot fakes, and slips past his defender, finding the angle for the layup. Cam sets an effective screen, then rolls. He takes an aggressive dribble, knocking one tech defender over, and then shot fakes. He gets top into jump and goes through him for the and one. Now Boozer goes to work after popping on the screen. He draws his man out with the up fake, backs him down, turning middle, then drop steps, jumping outwards to convert the deeper finish. Cam sets an effective screen, then pops. Both defenders stay with his brother Caden. Caden swings it to him, and Cam knocks down the 3. The third strength of Boozer's I would like to discuss is his finishing on his drives. Boozer drives left here, absorbs the contact, and finishes with the left. Easily could have been an and one. Boozer just muscles his way inside to finish here. He takes 2 powerful dribbles to get him to the left block before the double can come, and he finishes with the left hand. This is a great take by Cam. He gets the space on the screen from Evans, then Euro steps middle, draws the contact, and finishes the and one. Boozer handles his pressure really well. He spins to get past, then gets a helpful seal from Brown to get a clear angle for the finish. The next strength of Boozer's is his 3-point shooting. Part of what makes Boozer so effective as a scorer is that beyond dominating the paint, teams have to respect his shot. This is partially why he's so effective in ball screen situations, because even when he pops, he can not only take defenders off the dribble, but he could also connect from 3. He's currently shooting just above 36% from 3 on the year, and is capable of knocking down not only catch and shoot threes, but also threes off the dribble, whether it's pull-ups or step-backs. Make or miss, he shoots the ball the same way every time and displays confidence from out there, which is exactly what teams want out of a modern-day power forward in the NBA. His next strength is his playmaking ability. Boozer assists on over 26% of his team's field goals while on the court, which is in the 94th percentile nationally. Here he rips left quickly, then draws the help. Instead of forcing the reverse, he makes the better look, dishing it out to Foster, who is open in the corner. Boozer is great at making cross-court skip passes. Here he finds Sar, who is able to connect for 3. Cam is frequently quick to recognize when the help defense shifts towards him. Here on the drive, he makes the pass to the corner for 3. Boozer makes a perfect entry pass to the post from the logo, and Brown is able to shield off his defender well, secure the pass, then finish. Foster rejects Boozer's screen. Boozer rolls, receives the pass, takes a dribble, drawing the Louisville big up, and makes a lob pass to Brown for the dunk. Boozer is also great at passing out of the post. He's close to unstoppable one-on-one, and when doubles come his way, he's great at locating the open man. Here Boozer drives right, starts posting up middle, recognizes the double, then pivots to find his open teammate, Foster, who hits the clutch 3. Here the double team comes into post, and Cam finds his brother in the paint, who converts the floater. Boozer is great in transition as a scorer and playmaker. On this one, he jumps the attempted entry pass, taking it all the way to the hoop and converting the layup. Cam leads the break here and makes a nice pass to his brother Caden, who finishes the layup. Boozer was a bit late to throw this pass, but puts it where only Brown could get it, over to tech defender, and Brown lays it in. Here he runs hard in transition after giving the ball up, he gets it back and finishes the and one layup. Boozer is also a great rebounder on both ends. On the defensive glass, he consistently initiates contact, then goes to secure the board. This play was a great example of that. Here he initiates contact on the box out, then secures the board through traffic. Cam shows good activity on the defensive glass, managing to tip the ball to himself and secure the rebound. On the offensive glass, Boozer is great at cleaning up both his teammates and his own misses through his physicality. Boozer makes a nice drive and kick pass for 3. It doesn't drop, but Boozer gets positioning, securing the offensive rebound, and has good timing to finish through traffic. He can't convert this initial attempt, but follows his miss, gets the defender to bite on the shot fake, then goes through him to finish the and one. This was a great offensive rebound by Boozer. He is physical, fighting for positioning, and has good hands to secure the board through traffic. The last strength of Boozer's to discuss is that defensively, he is very active in passing lanes. Boozer does a good job deflecting this pass and then securing it. This was a good job by Boozer, slipping around this weak seal attempt and jumping to post entry pass for the steal. Here he gets back on defense in transition to get in the passing lane for the steal. Cam reads this pass really well, deflecting it and forcing Toppin into a tough shot, which misses. Now let's move on to the development areas for Cam Boozer. Boozer is an immensely talented player offensively, but is honestly a bit underwhelming defensively. Not improving upon these areas could hold him back from reaching his potential at the next level. The first area I'd like to talk about is his rim protection. I would have liked to have seen more of an attempt by Boozer to block this shot. Gumba is covering down on Toppin, so he had the opportunity to be more aggressive here. Here he leaves his matchup a little too open at the block, giving him the opportunity to be the aggressor when the ball comes in. His man takes a physical dribble into him and then has the angle to convert the reverse layup. Opponents are typically not worried to take Boozer on when attacking the rim, as he only averages 0.6 blocks a game. Here the tech player goes right at him and Boozer is unable to block the shot. Here Boozer leaves his feet on the shot fake in transition and the Louisville player finishes at the rim. The next development area for Boozer is to be more consistent as a post defender. This is the type of finish NBA players will convert consistently, as Boozer overplays enough for Condon to spin back and have the angle to finish. Boozer lets Kohler dictate too much where he wants to go here. He can't let Kohler get middle and get to that right hook. It's too easy and it plays right into his strengths. On this play, Boozer is matched up one-on-one with Toppin. Boozer loses his positioning after a few bumps and Toppin is able to get to where he wants on the right side for the finish. He has shown though that he has the potential to be a solid defender. He definitely has the strength and awareness to do so. Here he displays good hands to knock the ball loose as his matchup tries to post him up. And then here Boozer does a good job not giving his man an easy angle to finish as he makes him try to slip around to convert. Moving on to Boozer's perimeter defense, he honestly struggles quite a bit here, especially when switched on to guards. Boozer is late to close out, biting on the shot fake, but Lee couldn't connect. This play breaks down when Boozer is late to the catch and the quicker guard rips him middle. The guard leaves the shot short, but it draws Brown up and Brown's man follows the miss and converts. Cam switched on to Anderson on the perimeter. Anderson goes right, pulls back, pushes off a bit, but that's not solely why Cam has shifted so much. The pullback was effective itself and Anderson knocks down the midi. This play is simple. Boozer gets ripped left way too easily and Conwell gets all the way to the rim for the finish. There are two main development areas for Boozer offensively, but they are not nearly as significant as the defensive areas. The first is with his mid-range. He only took 3 shots in the games that I watched and has only made 4 this year on 17 attempts. Developing this part of his game will only make him more effective as a scorer. The last area to discuss is eliminating careless turnovers. Foster shouldn't have brought his man right behind Cam, but Cam has to have better spatial awareness and bring the ball above his head. Boozer stares down this pass the whole way. His man deflects it, leading to the steal, but Helpside was already rotating over anyways. Here he has this pass deflected as he tries to pass out of the post double. He needs to take a different angle with his delivery. Lastly, Boozer turns it over trying to slip the pass down to Gumba off the ball screen. He shouldn't have thrown a bounce pass. Moving on to the final segment of the video, let's look into how Boozer's game will translate to the NBA. Boozer is an incredibly well-rounded offensive player. He's very strong and a dominant force around the rim, while also being a talented playmaker and rebounder. His offensive talents outweigh his potential defensive issues and will likely land him as a top 3 pick. So for what teams might it make the most sense for to pick Cam Boozer? The first team I could see taking him are the Kings. As I mentioned in my previous video, I don't think Keegan Murray is the future at the power forward position for Sacramento. The Kings would benefit from adding someone with Cam's physicality and offensive versatility, especially if they decide to move on from Sabonis. The second team I could see selecting Boozer are the Hornets. The most need-based pick for the Hornets would be to take a center, but this isn't a super deep draft at that position. I don't think Bridges is a starter for them if the Hornets were to become a winning team, and I like what Boozer could provide for Charlotte with his interior presence and playmaking ability, and I do think he would fit really well alongside Kahn and Brandon Miller. The third team I could see taking Boozer are the Bulls. If they move up in the upper part of the lottery, this pairing makes a lot of sense. Selecting Boozer would be a nice pairing with Buzelis as he loves to operate out on the perimeter, and Boozer, while dominant in the paint, can do a little bit of everything. This would be a fun front court to watch. That's all I got on Cameron Boozer. If you made it to this point, thank you for watching my 11th scouting video. I look forward to working on my next breakdown soon.